What is up, YouTube? We are back once again, man. It's two grown men, 7879, that dynamic duo that you know. We back in the building, baby. What's going on, bro?
What's up? What's going on, man? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Got another death battle, huh?
Yeah, another death battle, right? Which probably means more conversation, but it's cool.
It's cool. We enjoy the conversation. We like all the feedback. We like,
yeah,
you know what I mean, having conversations with all the guys that's out there, even though they're like super fans of comic books and really don't have much common sense. I'm joking.
You ever read a comic book before? You got comic books? You probably can't tell. I got a couple on the wall back there. Just a couple, but I don't have a whole lot. I used to have a ton, but like not no more.
No, I still have a ton, and
right.
I actually draw them. So
you do,
yeah.
You do. You draw them live on Twitch too.
Yeah, I do draw them live on Twitch, man. So if you want to come see how much I actually know about comics, you can always come over to the Twitch channel and chat it up with us. You know what I mean?
It's cool. But this one would be unique though, because me personally, I don't know anything about Omni-Man or Homelander outside of what's been shown, on the screens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know that they're from comics, but I'm not aware of these comics. So there's no bias.
Trust me.
Omni-Man and Homelander.
Trust me.
I'm going to say I would lean more towards Omni-Man because all his abilities, from what I understand, are just natural. And everything special about Homelander came out of a bottle. So I don't know. But if he wins, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Either way.
I don't know. Either way, if it's dope, then it's dope.
Pretty much to what you're saying. Like, I don't have a dog in this fight.
Right.
I would assume that Omni-Man would win just because Omni-Man has been portrayed to be a little bit more vicious. He's more of a savage.
Really?
Yeah. What? For me, I could be wrong, but and it's based on all the feats that they do in the comics and stuff. I'm not really aware of because I haven't read The Boys and I haven't read what's the name? Invincible. I haven't read either one of those comics.
Yeah.
So I don't know what all the feats they've done in the comics and what kind of real battles they've had, but I would assume that since Omni-Man has battled more people that are equally, built like him,
right,
he would be more adept with his abilities.
Right.
And Homelander has just battled it's like everybody up against Homelander in his universe is just fucking regular humans. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he just eye lasering everybody up. Like, I don't know, but we'll see, man.
We shall see. Let's get into it. All right, talk to us.
Mr. Rooster Teeth. All right.
Omni-Man, the invincible champion from
That's
Planet
savage.
Viltra. Homelander, the world's greatest superhero, brought to you by Vought International. Few heroes have stood the test of time.
Homelander just looked like he's not to be trusted,
What is absolute power?
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yeah, and the animation looked pretty cool.
Up in the sky.
Clean.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omni-Man. Had you go in there for a second, huh? Not really. His name is in the title of the video. Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration. He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI. Born on the planet Viltra, Nolan sent to utopian homeworld. And that's
it really was a son to think. That's funny as hell.
They've been memeing the shit out of that.
Life couldn't be better until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar. Turns out Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised. Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering billions with their bare hands until only the strongest were left, united by a common purpose. This Viltrumite empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely. Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan, and what you get is basically a Viltrumite.
Due to their unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of
they gonna show my boy again that he just got washed
with ease. One-handed.
Kind of reminds me of that whole bioelectric.
We're still salty. I don't care.
That's basically how comic writers bullshit a sciencey explanation for his powers.
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Uh-oh, comics fans. I'm calling this debunked.
Really? They got some nerve.
Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging.
Even the most powerful Viltrumites can be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star.
And because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human's. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Though pushing themselves to their physical
didn't know that
only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he's easily one of the toughest Viltrumites.
Yo, my man went ape shit on the people.
Yeah, that was just bad, man.
Splattered their bodies against him. But Mark didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when these aliens invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and outsmart his numerically superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time systematically annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth from him.
He just,
Classic generational divide.
That was wild, yeah.
Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating massive country-sized explosions with his own body as the projectile.
Omni-Man has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through a planet, and even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico, that would make it 1,300 kilometers wide.
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion.
It don't matter. He still can't fuck with Thor.
Speeds of over 11,000
Not at all.
meters per second. Did it hit with enough energy to destroy the moon twice over?
So Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of the Globe, all to ensure as seamless a transition to the coming Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy, because he'd have to go through his son first.
Mark was horrified by his father's treachery.
Yeah, I just feel like he got to flex more.
Only viewed his mother as a pet, a disposable broodmare.
I feel like he got to flex more than Homelander did.
To save the planet.
And that's when Mark's real Viltrumite training began. Get it? Training? Like the train?
Yes, we get it.
That's pretty funny.
Good pun. Jesus.
But if anything, it was Omni-Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human.
Dang.
Welcome to Vought International, a multi-billion-dollar
Let's see what they got to say. Because I know he does a lot more in the comics than he does in the show, of course.
Absolutely.
That's right. Superheroes are real and they're big business.
Imagine a company that possesses a monopoly on popular culture, pumping out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
Yeah, imagine.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander.
He's got the looks, the charm, the Jesus.
They got the perfect actor to play him, too.
He's got
perfect casting. I was just about to say it.
He's at home and abroad. This guy probably eats freedom and shits eagles.
Oh, you didn't see that cartoon? Oh, that shit was rough.
Deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as, Homelander is probably the closest thing to Lucifer on Earth.
Remember Bad Future Biff from Back to the Future? Now give him superpowers and media training.
Vought's official story is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby, a tale we're all familiar with.
And one that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vought's proprietary super soldier serum. Compound V.
And he was a complete success.
Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the comics, Vought had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew up, he was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the greatest and most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
But you think those hydrogen bombs would have killed him though? Like,
probably not.
Speed and durability. He can fly
Probably
at
not.
hypersonic speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
Damn.
You know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong enough to slice through crowds of people. Or
I thought that
split
actually
airplanes
happened
in
for a
half.
second.
Yes,
Screams
yeah.
so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are innocent
See,
bystanders
I
whose
think
ears
he
are
gonna pull it
exploding,
off
by
with
the
that
way.
shit right
Yeah,
there.
he totally botched
Just
this
the heat
mission
vision?
to stop a plane hijacking.
Nah, the
So
scream.
he forced each and
Oh.
everyone on board to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence.
Well, Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
The only thing he treasures is, ironically, his public image. Turns out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But don't worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with a fellow superhero who just happened to be an actual Nazi, powerful being on the planet, and a psycho murderer.
That's no exaggeration. Stillwell even commented that Homelander has proven immune to every weapon known to mankind.
You think
no
Homelander
matter
got
how
it?
Powerful. Humanity literally lacks the
If they said the Viltrum might got this super sensitive hearing,
Yeah.
The Tsar bomb, which exploded with the energy
Yeah,
of 50
that might
megatons
have-
of TNT.
Might have tipped the
Actually,
scale
it
right
Yeah.
there.
exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right, we all almost died.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life.
Being born Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his.
I wonder if
best
he has
option
that
for a
kid
new
in the comics, or is that something they just made up
Or
for the show?
Not.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all
ah, here
possibilities.
we go.
Here we
It's
go.
time for a death battle.
All right. I'm changing my vote. Homelander is my vote now.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco? It's warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very important to me that that brand means
Leave
And if I'm
my
playing second fiddle to some
home.
goddamn
Next
hero,
thing, just in my
that's
house.
really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie?
Damn.
Nah, she's shy.
That's fucked up.
So, do we have an understanding? Get the fuck out of my country.
Oh no!
I'm going to feed you your own heart. Shit. That was a great line.
Stole on.
About to say.
Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
Damn.
It's like very like American Dad-ish.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
dope though. It's clean. Oh shit.
Yeah, because you know he don't give a fuck. Wow. Stole on.
Never been hit by someone your own size before? You have to turn with the punch to reduce.
Ah!
Oh!
Better.
Yo! There we go. Yo, the collateral damage is about to be real stupid.
Wow.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry?
Damn, unscathed.
After I'm done with you, I'm gonna blast one of those shit son of yours! This worthless neighborhood! And every goddamn person you know!
Damn!
Oh my God. You can't see, fam. Oh, he going to actually, is he going to?
Remember what I promised you.
Oh
Yo.
my God.
Wow!
Merry Christmas.
Dude, they got to put him in Mortal Kombat 12. That need to be a fatality in Mortal Kombat 12.
Seems like he was working out some aggression
Yo!
there.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the world
Yo,
of the
he didn't
boys,
give
he's a
no
big
fucks
fish
about
that has
nothing
small
Homelander
fun,
threw at him.
relatively speaking. Homelander can move faster than sound, while Omni-Man can move faster than light. Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time, and there's no reason to think Homelander's heat vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if
Damn.
it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly,
Man, straight
despite
caught
being
his
able
heat
to
vision.
disrupt his
Yo, he
equilibrium
made
by
short
screaming,
work of
Homelander
him, yo. Like,
capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Yeah, I was
While
wondering why the
Homelander
video
is
was
pretty
so
devious
short.
when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds for thousands of years.
Right.
He comes from a warrior
battle
culture
experience.
based on fighting. Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself as a fighter because
Yeah,
he was always
exactly what I said.
stronger than everyone else.
And that's the key difference between them. One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs,
that's solid.
Homelander had to eat his heart out.
The winner is
That's solid.
Omni-Man.
I fucks with that. I fucks with that outcome.
Back, and we've launched a brand new membership
Right,
program
yeah, they
for our
gotta
YouTube
put that in
channel.
Mortal
By
Kombat,
directly
yeah?
supporting our team, you'll get
Jeez.
unique emotes, badges, and additional content, and a bunch more. Click that join button to see more.
damn.
info, and thanks so
Hold
much
on,
for watching.
we gotta stick around because they show next.
Oh, yeah, who's up next week?
We've been skipping over this.
Badges and additional content.
Oh, okay, Magneto.
See more info, and thanks so much for watching.
I don't know who that is.
Of course, Magneto, the master of magnetism.
I don't know who Tetsuo is. I know
Oh,
it was part of the name of a Lupe Fiasco album, one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time.
that it was.
But I
That
don't know
it
who
was.
that character is. I feel like I've seen that before. Like I know I've heard of the name of that show, but I don't know who he is. I don't know.
What was that? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I have no idea. That's all right.
I can't, and it's funny because I was just talking to Gene the other day about that. I can't remember the name of it though. Not off the top of my brain. Y'all can feel free to crucify us in the comment section.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because we don't
can take
we
it.
don't know the
We
name.
grown, we adults.
I know the name. I just it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember it right now.
It's all good. Wow, man. I mean, that was dope. It was a dope fight. The animation was
definitely.
clean. I thought Homelander, at first we were talking, I was just, saying like, Omni-Man is just natural. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But then when they said the shit about, about their hearing, their ears being so sensitive, and then he got that sonic scream, I'm like, probably. And a lot of times with Deathbattle, it's like who you think is the obvious, like it's almost like they try to switch it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
That's why
overall,
Stan Lee
it
said
was-
it's all about if you ask him who would beat who, depends on who the writer is.
It's up to do with the pen.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's up to do with the pen.
But no, that
That's
made a
it.
lot of sense. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of went back to what I said earlier about Omni-Man fighting other fucking people with his abilities.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's pretty much how that went. But
yeah,
cool, man. That was a dope one.
He washed him.
Yeah, that was quick. That was quick. There was never even a doubt. Like he did.
Yeah.
At no point did you see like Omni-Man worried.
And he did exactly what he said he was going to do.
Exactly. Fulfilled his promise. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yo, we appreciate everybody coming through and kicking it with us and watching us enjoy yet another death battle.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully
no
we'll
doubt.
get some more feedback going in the comments section like we did last video.
Appreciate it.
And if you haven't seen the last video, make sure you go check that out. That's
please.
Thor versus Vegeta, where we as salty Vegeta fans did not have a good outing.
Vegeta's my favorite character all the time. I don't want to see him get his head exploded. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have cared who it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't want to see him go out like that. And if you watch the whole video, we said, like, Thor's probably going to win.
Yeah, we did say that at some point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Thor's probably going to win. You know what I mean? But I just didn't want to see my homeboy get thrashed like that. I was not biased to any of these two characters here, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah, it really didn't matter.
You know what I mean? So it was just off of pure enjoyment. That's cool.
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
Omni-Man, either put him in Mortal Kombat 12 or somebody need to do that fatality.
Yeah.
He straight fatal that, man.
That shit was rough.
Yeah. Put it in the game.
Yes, sir. But yo, like we always say, man, you know, hop out in that comment section, man. Talk to us. We always talk back. And like we always say, without you, there is no two. We out of here.
Peace.